Politics is in full churn. Gujarat's cabinet just hit reset. Trump's throwing oil on India-Russia fire. And New Delhi is firing verbal missiles at Pakistan. Meanwhile, Trump's cozying up to Putin again. And India's housing dream just crossed the million mark. Let's dive in. Good morning. Welcome to Top of the Morning by Mint. I'm your host, Nelson John. This is your smart daily briefing on what matters. From big moves in business to headlines shaping India and the world, we cut through the noise so you start your day informed and ahead. It's Friday, October 17th. Let's get started. Gujarat's political landscape is getting a complete makeover. 16 ministers walked into Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel's office on Thursday and handed in their resignations, setting the stage for what party insiders are calling a strategic reset. Here's the thing. This isn't just routine shuffling. This entire cabinet except Patel himself stepped down ahead of a massive reshuffle scheduled for today at Mahatma Mandir in Gandhinagar. Party leadership gave ministers until Wednesday afternoon to submit their resignations, essentially giving Patel a blank slate to work with. The timing makes perfect sense. With local body elections around the corner and the crucial 2027 assembly elections looming, the BJP wants fresh blood and new momentum. This gives the chief minister and party leadership a free hand, explained a senior BJP leader. Breaking down the numbers, the outgoing team had 16 ministers, 8 cabinet-ranked ministers, 2 ministers of state with independent charge, and 6 regular ministers of state. Out of these, only 4 or 5 will survive the cut. The new team will likely expand to 22 to 23 ministers, almost doubling the current size. What this really means is a complete transformation. Ministers have already started clearing out their offices, and Patel met with Governor Acharya Devrat to submit the new list. The governor, who also handles Maharashtra duties, rushed to Gandhinagar for the formalities. Some interesting developments. Newly appointed state BJP president Jagdish Vishwakarma won't be retained, thanks to the party's strict one-person, one-post rule. There's also buzz about reviving the deputy chief minister's position. Friday's swearing-in ceremony will be a big affair. Union Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President JP Nadda will attend, while all BJP MLAs have been ordered to stay in Gandhinagar. This marks the first major cabinet overhaul since Patel took over from Vijay Rupani in September 2021. After leading the BJP to a landslide victory in 2022, Patel is now reshaping his team to the challenges ahead. Gujarat's 182 assembly member allows for up to 27 ministers, so there is still room for growth. Donald Trump just stirred up a diplomatic storm with India. The US president claimed on Thursday that Prime Minister Narendra Modi promised to stop buying Russian oil during a phone call, added that he didn't want to destroy Modi's political career. But here's the thing. India says no such conversation happened.
On the question of whether there was a conversation or a telephone call between Prime Minister Modi and President Trump, I am not aware of any conversation yesterday between the two leaders.
MEA spokesperson Randir Jaiswal firmly pushing back on Trump's claims. Trump's been on a claim spree lately, repeatedly saying he stopped a nuclear war between India and Pakistan, something India also denies. US watchers suggest Trump's frustrated that Modi, unlike Pakistan's leader, hasn't endorsed his Nobel Peace Prize bid. Meanwhile, Indian trade negotiations will continue talks in Washington despite the public sparring. India just picked a side in the Afghanistan-Pakistan border clash. As deadly fights erupted along the Durand Line, New Delhi came out swinging with some of its strongest language against Islamabad in years. Pakistan hosts terrorist organizations and sponsors terrorist activities, said External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randir Jaiswal, pulling no punches during Thursday's briefing. Here's what sparked this. Pakistan launched airstrikes inside Afghanistan last week, including hits on Kabul, reportedly targeting Pakistani Taliban commanders. Afghan forces fired back, accusing Pakistan of violating their territory. The violence killed 40 Afghan civilians and 6 Pakistani soldiers before a 48-hour ceasefire kicked in on Wednesday. India's response was crystal clear: full support for Afghanistan's sovereignty. Jaiswal accused Pakistan of its old practice of blaming neighbors for internal failures and being infuriated that Afghanistan now exercises control over its own territory. The timing matters. This happened during Taliban Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi's India visit, where he promised Afghan soil won't be used against foreign countries. Donald Trump just announced plans to meet Vladimir Putin in Budapest after what he called a very productive phone conversation on Thursday. The timing is striking. This comes as Ukrainian President Zelensky heads to White House for arms talk. President Putin and I will meet in an agreed-upon location, Budapest, Hungary, to see if we can bring this inglorious war between Russia and Ukraine to an end, Trump posted on Truth Social. Here's what went down during their call. Putin warned Trump against selling Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, saying it would significantly damage U.S.-Russia relations. Putin's side, Yuri Ushakov, said that a Russian leader told Trump these weapons will not change the situation on the battlefield. Trump apparently listened. According to the Kremlin, Trump assured Putin he will consider the warning. The conversation wasn't just about Ukraine. Both leaders spent significant time discussing U.S.-Russia trade. High-level advisors from both countries will meet next week to organize the Budapest Summit. Trump and Putin previously met in Alaska in August. India's housing mission just hit a major milestone. The centre approved 141,000 more houses under the revamped Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban 2.0, pushing total sanctions past the 1 million mark. Here's what makes this significant. Over half of these new approvals, about 77,000 houses, are specifically for women, including single, widowed and separated beneficiaries. Another 13,500 units go to senior citizens, with 7 earmarked for transgender persons. The number tells a story of inclusive planning. Among social groups, 29,000 houses target scheduled castes, 6,500 for scheduled tribes, and 74,000 for other backward classes across 14 states. Housing Secretary Srinivas Katikala stressed states must ensure projects have proper infrastructure and connectivity. He's pushing for faster construction and better digital monitoring. Since launching in 2015, the original PMAY delivered over 9.5 million completed houses. The revamped version 2.0, launched in September 2024, targets an additional 10 million families with financial assistance up to 2.5 lakh rupees per beneficiary. That's all for today. Thank you for joining in. We're eagerly looking forward to our next Top of the Morning episode, which will be packed with the latest news. Until then, this is Nelson John signing off. Have a great Diwali.